What is going on, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be going over the best knife-only class setups after the update in World War II. I should have brought this video to you guys probably a lot sooner, but I didn't give some of these classes a try until here recently. So today we're going to be going over the best knife-only class setups after the update, as well as I'm going to show you guys here first before we get into the class setups, my settings, and just, the stuff that I run in this game. Pretty much, as you guys know, man, I don't run any lethal kill streaks. There you guys go, man. Recon, counter, flat guns, that's all I run for kill streaks. I used to never run flat guns, but now I run them. I mean, I felt like, constantly resupplying your recon and your counter was a little bit better, but it is kind of hype when you get your flat guns and stuff, and it is very useful when, obviously you need to take out enemy paratroopers. I think it takes out paratroopers, I'm not sure, but I think it takes out bombing runs and fighter pilots and stuff like that, so it's very useful for those situations. But anyways, getting to the settings, man, I run literally defaults and default. As default is pretty much the same thing I've ran in every single Call of Duty. I don't use look inversion. I use 6.6 horizontal and vertical sensitivities, man. No controller vibration because that just messes you up. Controller vibration's never really been that good of a thing for me in Call of Duty. I just never really liked it that much. And then the rest of these, I got these next three things enabled, those two disabled. I don't know what those really do. I don't really care. Graphics, I have motion blur disabled because that just messes with me for some reason. I don't really like it at all. I have no color blind filters on, minimap rotation enabled, and brightness right there. I don't know how much that helps. But for audio, I have, the music disabled. Music needs to be disabled, man. Make sure you disable your music because that stuff is so irritating, man. Anyways, guys, hopping into the first class setup is the infamous expeditionary and serrated setup, man. Literally, you can use any primary melee weapon you want to use. You can use any of the baseball bat variants, any combat knife variants, trench knife, ice pick, shovel variants you want to use. Just have that on there. Your melee weapon is your primary. It's always going to be on there because you have serrated. 3 throwing knives, as you guys can see at the bottom right here, man. 3 of these things makes this class extremely lethal, especially with having a pistol as a secondary. If you guys didn't know how I got the tack knife on the pistol in this game, literally, if you ranked it up with resistance division, then you are good. You would already had it unlocked. But if you didn't get it unlocked when you had the resistance division while it had the tack knife, then you would have had to run around in hardcore and literally beat the shit out of people until you unlocked it. So that's why you guys see right there, 639 kills with it, but 0 headshots, 0 accuracy, and 0 hits. So we're all good right there, man. That's how you get the pistol tack knife without shooting a bullet. So here's another expeditionary class setup that I really like, and it's using clandestine. Clandestine, pretty much, here's what clandestine does, man. Slain enemies drop intel packs that reveal nearby hostiles. Bonus intel ping at start of each life. So this is really cool, man. So pretty much you go on a streak, you start killing a lot of people, it pings the minimap, it does a quick little radius around where you are. I'd say the next 15 to 20 feet out, and it tells you if people are around you, and this is very useful in knifing, especially when you accompany it with the expeditionary division. You don't necessarily need serrated here because you are going to be having 2 throwing knives, and those 2 throwing knives are pretty much all you need because literally you're going to be throwing them so fast, and if you get in close situations, you're always going to have your melee weapon as your secondary to stab people, man. In my personal opinion, I think expeditionary is the best division in this game when it comes to knifing, but hey, it may just be me. Okay, so here's a class that I don't use very frequently, but it is a pretty cool class for you guys to go out and try. You can literally run around like a crackhead with this class, man. It's crazy. This is airborne, and obviously any melee weapon that you want to use because we're using serrated. And then I got my pistol with the tag knife as a secondary, which I really like having that pistol as a tag knife. You can always just mess around, run around with the tag knife if you get bored of using your regular melee weapon. So it's really cool to have that as your secondary with any division in this game. I love that they added that as an attachment. Also, with this class setup, I forgot to go over this. Pretty much, if you have the bayonet unlocked, go ahead and put on a rifle like the M19. I don't necessarily have it unlocked, but as you guys can see, man, you can rank it up and get the bayonet for it, and you could have literally 2 knifing options even without running serrated. Anyways, going back to this class, I'm going to show you what airborne allows you to get fire guns while sprinting and diving. So literally you're going to have your melee weapon out and in front of you. You're not going to have to, pull it up or anything. That doesn't really matter too much. Reload while sprinting, that doesn't matter much either. Climb over obstacles faster and no damage from falling. That's a cool little perk right there, man. I like that. Alright, so the first 2 little perks that airborne allows you to get don't really matter that much. The third one and the fourth one really do matter. So as you guys know, man, we have unlimited sprint in World War II, which is for every single division. Climb over obstacles faster and no damage from falling, which is the 3rd perk that you get from this airborne division. So you can chain movement a lot easier and a lot faster with this 3rd perk. The fourth one, which is sprint faster over time, you're going to be sprinting faster and moving faster around the map, so you can chain your movements together and allow you to, honestly go crazy and just knife the shit out of people in their spawns. So this is a really, really good division if you just want to really run around and stab the crap out of people. But you are going to be on the minimap a lot if they have UAVs. So in this class setup, this is the one for the fire shotgun guys that you're going to be coming in contact with, or if you're just playing shipment. I don't have this ranked up all the way. Whoops, I accidentally pressed Y. I don't have this ranked up all the way, so I'm not going to be having all the benefits. I need to rank it back up. But it says take significantly less explosive and fire damage. So if you run against fire people, make sure you have this division on. Now this second perk is going to be really, really good if you're playing shipment, because you're immune to shell shock and tactical equipment. That's a really good perk for playing on shipment. Increased bullet penetration through surfaces, that doesn't matter because you're obviously knifing. And neither does the fourth one either, man. It's just talking about some flinch. So that doesn't really matter. The main thing that you're going to be using this division for is if you come in contact with fire shotgun users. And as you guys know, man, you can switch out your melee weapons however you like, as well as you can use whatever pistol with a tag knife that you would like to use. And to be honest, guys, you cannot do this glitch anymore, but I do have 3 throwing knives with the armored division because I did a glitch a while back that allowed you to have 3 throwing knives with literally any division of the game, and the class is still glitched out. So unfortunately, you guys cannot do that anymore, which kind of sucks. The next class is going to be the class that, if you're playing against a lot of people that are using spy planes, or actually not called spy planes in this, they're called UAVs, Mountain Division, man. Mountain Division is really good for playing against people that are using a lot of UAVs because you're going to be off the radar. Now, Mountain gives you invisible to enemy recon aircraft and controlled streaks, killed enemy death locations hidden, no name or reticle change when enemies aim at you, and silent movement. This is really good for S&D as well as, like I said, man, people that are using a lot of UAVs. So yeah, I don't really see any other basic training that would be any better for this division besides serrated. So there you go. That's the class setup for people that are spamming UAVs. Okay, here's a really, really good S&D class setup right here, man. This is Resistance Division. So the reason why this class is going to be so good for S&D is because enemy movements are easier to hear with this division, as well as kills and assists grant intel ping of nearby hostiles. And obviously you have your minimap indicator and scrambler that you can turn off at any time you like. And it's also easier to spot targets and increased minimap coverage. So when you get kills and assists, that ping is going to allow you to see enemies easier because you have, a better minimap coverage. As well as you're going to be able to hear people easier. So this is really good for S&D because obviously you're going to be able to hear your footsteps as well. So pretty much just running serrated, resistance, whatever melee weapon you choose, whatever pistol with whatever tag knife you want. So here's a couple little leftover classes that I thought could be usable. I used them a little bit, but I feel like they were okay to decent. They're not the greatest, but they can definitely be viable if you use them in the right ways. So the first one being Expeditionary, and we have Flanker. So what Flanker gives you is, while moving quickly, you are hidden from enemy recon aircraft. Also, delayed detonation of enemy mines. So if you're playing against a bunch of douchebags using trip mines, this is a good, very, very good basic training. As well as you have, moving quickly, you're going to be hidden from enemy recon aircraft. So if you're moving around the map, which is what you're usually going to be doing while knifing, and consistently rushing and moving around, you're going to be hidden off the recon aircraft, which is a really good thing, especially when you're knifing only. All right, so here's the last class setup in today's video, man. Literally Expeditionary and Inconspicuous. Inconspicuous allows you to have silent movement and, or not silent movement, quieter movement, and walk fast while crouched. That walking fast while crouched is not that useful, but quieter movement is definitely a really good perk here, man. Pretty much, you're going to be having your fast throwing knives with Expeditionary. You're going to be meleeing a little bit slower, but you're also, like I said, man, having those fast throwing knives. So this is really, really good for S&D because you're going to have, quieter movement. People aren't going to hear you as easier. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video, man. Let me know if I missed any class setups that you guys use that you find very useful in World War II, and I'll try it out for a video or something, man, because all these other ones I've tried out, they seem very, very useful, and you can definitely do fairly well with them. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button. It is much appreciated if you do, as well as subscribing if you're brand new. And also, something that you guys maybe haven't done yet is turn on those post notifications. It's that little bell icon beside the subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that so you get notified every single time I upload a video. Anyways, guys, I hope you do good with these class setups I showed you in today's video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Always been on losers since a jet and now I'm winning. Trap house booming, VVS's they gon' glisten. Trap house booming, I get it back and I move it. Money be stupid, Zans go by the motherfucking handful. Plus
so many I'm clueless. I don't know what the fuck am I doing. I think